So, do you think the lefties have an advantage?
Yeah, I think lefties have an advantage.
And are you lefty or righty?
I'm a lefty.
And are you lefty or righty?
I'm lefty.
And do you think that lefties have an advantage in lacrosse?
I think that they do have an advantage.
Do you think that lefties have an advantage?
Yes.
Do you think that lefties have an advantage in that sport?
I think they do.
So, are you lefty or righty?
I'm lefty.
And do you think that lefties have an advantage in lacrosse?
Definitely.
Advantage because they're pretty hard to come by, especially on the defensive end. Usually they're more of attackers than midfielders. So they're able to match up on righty sticks easily and block passes.
Explain how it matches up to the stick easier.
So usually I play on the left side, so where righty likes to dodge and come around the crease, I'm there with my stick in my left hand. So it's harder for them to get around me, and when they pass, they usually pass into my stick.
For those of you who might not understand what Alexis is talking about, for intents purposes, this is a lefty defender playing a righty attackman. The ball is in the righty attackman's stick. Now, Alexis plays the low left position, which is over here, and so what she means is that the ball, when this person has the ball, they would want to go inside here, and against a righty where the stick would be on this side, that would be fine because their stick isn't going to stop them from going around the crease or helping them get a feed. So if this person wanted to throw the ball across up here to somebody else, it would be more difficult because the stick's in the passing lane. And also if they wanted to take the ball themselves and go to goal, it would be a lot more difficult because the stick is there to stop them, and unless they're super fast, it's very difficult. Now if we go over to the right side, the lefties have advantage here too, because again, stick in passing lane, and also if they want to, they're not going to inside roll on this side because their stick's not on that side. So if they wanted to go up, this defender will just drive them out, and they won't be able to pass easily because the stick's in the passing lane. Why?
Because defenders automatically assume that you're a righty and they take away your strong side, and you can automatically just juke them out and go to goal.
Okay.
So what sport do you play?
I play softball.
Okay, so what aspects of softball do you think that lefties have the most advantage in?
The major aspect that comes to mind would be like slap hitting.
What is that? Explain it, go to depth.
Okay, so like since I'm a lefty, I stand on like the opposite side of the plate as a righty. And so since I'm running towards first base, I can hit towards third base since I'm a lefty, and that's just an advantage that lefties have.
So the reason why slap hitting works out so well for lefties mainly is because this is a lefty and they stand on this side of the batter box. Righties will stand on this side, and so this is first base. And so lefties are standing closer to first base, which means they can literally just hit the ball there, and while in the middle of hitting, they can start running to first base. And that's a huge advantage if you don't have a strong arm, and it just gets someone on base, so you can send one of your heavy hitters out and they can clean up. And righties can slap hit, but it's a lot harder because if you were to start running, like, while you're hitting, you would get called for, like, crowding the plate, which you're not allowed to do. So, yeah, that's why lefties have advantage in softball and baseball, too.
Yeah, so I think that it's easier to like secure a spot on the roster if you're a lefty, because honestly, like just you being able to slap hit and like say you play first base, you're a lefty that plays first base, it's like just it's easier to get a spot, you know? You're superior.
Okay. Okay, so do lefties have advantages in any like field positions, like except for pitching, because they have advantage in pitching?
I would say that lefties have an advantage playing first base because if you're a lefty, your glove is on your right hand and you're facing the field, so your glove is closest to the field, rather than if you're a righty and you have to like catch the ball and twist to be facing forward.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Especially on the serve, because they're serving on the opposite side, so they're going to hit to your backhand more, which is harder to return.
And then if you hit to, like, their front hand is actually, if you hit to what their backhand would be, it's actually their front hand?
Yeah.
Okay.
If I hit it to, like, their opposite side, they'll be hitting a forehand instead of a backhand, like a typical righty.
And that's something you have to, like, take into consideration?
Yeah, because the backhand is harder. You want to attack the backhand more because they can't run to the ball as fast.
It's the story of my life. I've had fun, but there's been strife. For I was born left-handed, but I'm proud to be one of the elite. Right-handers we can beat. We're the 10% that stand out in a crowd. But as a little lad, all the problems that I had, winding clockwork toys was just a mystery. Tying laces was a pain, I couldn't get it in my brain. Everything was back to front, it seemed to me. We're the cack-handed kings, we're the lefties. You right-handers just don't have a clue. But if you'd been through what we've been through, then maybe you would